Hey, yo, this is Rocky Balboa. And look, if you live in Philadelphia and you love sports, no, I mean love sports. I mean, if sports was like a live person and it was your girlfriend, you would take it to the zoo, all right? That kind of love. A super fan who is there rooting for the team no matter what. Through thick or thin, loss or win, underdog or world champion. Are you like that, huh? Do you know anybody like that? Because if you do, then you are the type of person who is gonna love this show. Code Green, CODEGREEN. Now you know what those letters mean? Those letters mean coverage of the Eagles, getting the rundown of everything that's Eagles now. Not Phillies, not Flyers, not Sixers, or EAGLES Eagles. Every week. Oh, and take a guess who's going to tell you everything you want and need to know about the Eagles. Go ahead, take a guess. No, not me. I'm just a palooka. I mean, I don't know football. I know boxing. But just like I had Mick in my corner tell me everything about fighting, Code Green has their very own football expert too. And he's sitting right here, right next to me, yeah? Hey, yo, Dean, hey, yo, you're a little bit tight up here. Come on, relax. You got this, right? I ain't a tiger.
I got this.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one, the only, Dean Seidman, yo!
Welcome to the Code Green Show with your host, Dean Seidman, and today I have a very special guest with me today. His name is Brent Nalbone, and he's from the Womb to the Tomb. Tell us about yourself, Brent.
Hi, how you doing? I run a group from the Womb to the Tomb, Eagles Nation. It is a very, very popular group. It's one of the best groups. Not by my biasness, but by people telling me in all kinds of messages saying that they have never found a group this good. So they come straight to this group and they love it. We have competitions every day of the week. We have something called Messy Mondays on Monday. On Tuesday, we have Trivia Tuesday, which is absolutely loved by all the family members, we call them. Actually, we call them divas and soldiers. So if you're a female diehard, you're a diva. If you're a male diehard, you're a soldier in my group. So that takes us to War Wednesdays, which is basically a photo contest that my wife is in charge of. I had to let her get in there. But, and then that's basically most of the week. Thursday, we do a little Throwback Thursday where people earn points, and the top point winners at the end of the season, they get, I'm not really gonna say right now, but they get some pretty good prizes. And everybody's most favorite thing is Prediction Fridays. Now, what Prediction Fridays is, I give everybody that is a contributor, that contributes to the group to make it as good as it is, a chance to win $50 in a check form by me, or however the easiest way to get it is if they predict the score of our upcoming Eagles game correct. And it's strictly contributors only. And that carries us through the week. The bye week got us through the bye week, because the bye weeks are, they're pretty, it's just pretty lackadaisical when you're waiting for the Eagles to play Dallas. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of coverage in the group, and we have a lot of great people supporting the group, and the administrators are. I can't even say enough about them. They really make the group. I just created the group. I'm in it every day, obviously, because it's technically my group. And I love the Eagles. It's just that's where it's at. The Eagles is where it's at. I'm not one of these people that just, jumped on the wagon after the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I wear it on my sleeve. I've been planning this forever, and I finally got to see it. And I got it 1 month and 1 day after the Super Bowl win, which was incredible. We were at the me and my wife went to the Super Bowl parade, actually. And I have a story. Actually, it's pretty cool story. Jason Kelsey, our center that was dressed with a pretty interesting outfit on, was not quite to the point where you saw him when he was on the steps, you know, giving everybody a shout out, I guess you could say, you know, without, you know, getting too crazy. But it was right at the beginning he had about probably 6 or 7, 8 beers in him. So he comes over to me, he sees that me and my wife are running out of our beer at the same exact time. So he's standing there and he's like, "What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? You need a beer, you need this, you need that?" Yeah, sure, you know, what do you say, you know, to Jason Kelsey? Yeah, he got us, he was our center in the Super Bowl, one of our main offensive linemen. And he actually yelled up to Zach Ertz. He's like, "Hey, you know, Ertzy, give me throw me one of them Buds." So it was Bud Light all over the place. And he has such big hands, I never noticed that. He threw it to him from about 15, 20 yards away. He caught the beer with the hand, and then he noticed my wife needed a beer. And then he caught it again in the same hand. So he caught 2 Bud Light bottles in the same hand, which is pretty impressive from about 15, 18 yards away, if you think about it. Opens it with his mouth. That's when I noticed he was a little bit, you know, drunk. But, you know, whatever. But he's like, "I hope you don't mind." And I was like, "Nah, man, we're all partying. Greatest party that will be ever." And when we go for our next Super Bowl run and we get our next Super Bowl, I can't see it owning up to this or adding up to this, this last Super Bowl, this first Super Bowl, and our last Super Bowl that we were in and won. I definitely can't see another parade outrageous like this one. This one was just super crazy.
So how many followers do you have in this group? How many people like the page?
Right now, we did a little spring cleaning in the fall to take out some of every group you're going to have some stagnant members that are in the bottom that don't say anything. So we took out about 600, 700 people. So right now we're at about, we're 5,300 and something. But we only been up for 15 months and a week today. So that's not bad at all. I have people coming to me all the time asking, "How did you do this? How did you get these people so quick?" And all kinds of questions like that. I can't give away all my secrets, I tell them, but I'll help them if they need it. So I'm also responsible for setting up the beginning and letting some people know what to do to start a group. There's a couple other groups out there that are pretty good, but I just see mine as the best. And it's so hard to say it's not being biased, but maybe it is being biased, but it's people telling me. So if people are telling me that, there must be something pretty damn good about it. So it's from the womb to the tomb, Eagles Nation, one word on Eagles Nation. And it's just a rockin' great group. And the main thing for me, and the main thing I instill in the group, and they all understand that, is loyalty. You can't be anywhere in life without loyalty. Just like we're all loyal to our Eagles. All of us real Eagle fans, we're loyal to our team. And these group members became loyal when I was starting to instill that in them. Now they're so loyal, it's crazy. If you're seeing this and you want to get in the group, come see me. I'll look through your profile. That's how we have to do it, to make sure you're an Eagle fan and not what they call a troll, which usually is a Dallas Cowboys fan. And I didn't really want to mention that name even, because I don't like that team at all. But after a while, after being an Eagles fan since 1984-85 season and the season ticket holder since 1991, it's, you know, it's just more than that. It's just, whatever. They're their own thing. I've been there about 5-6 times. I'm 4 or 5-1 is my record. My record, not my record like I was playing. It was my record going over there to watch the Eagles play and really we took over the stadium. I mean, we were screaming, whose house? Our house. It was great. So from the womb to the tomb, Eagles Nation, hit it up. I'll accept you if you're a legit Eagles fan.
If you're a diehard fan, look no further. Brent's one of the best to do it, and I thank you so much for being on the show today.
Of course.
From the womb to the tomb, Brent Nalbone. We'll be right back after news from our sponsors.
When did you see the sign?
When I needed to jumpstart sales.
Build attendance for an event.
Help people find their way. Fast Signs designed new directional signage.
And got them back on track. Get started at fastsigns.com.
Welcome to Live Better Longer, the show for baby boomers who want to improve and even extend their retirement years. I'm your host, Bill Borton. On Live Better Longer, our viewers meet and learn from a wide variety of experts and thought leaders who share their knowledge on subjects ranging from portfolio management to nutrition management, from insurance, Social Security, and reverse mortgages, to annuities, Medicare, and Roth IRA conversions. Not just thought-provoking and actionable information, but why it's important to you. Tune in every Tuesday at 11 on RVN TV for reliable and unbiased information from experts in their field who are committed to helping you live better longer.
Is your business growing and now you need a new and bigger building? Has your organization outgrown their facility and now it's time to expand? Do your hobbies require the need for more space? If you're paying rent, but now you want the advantages of owning, the prospect of financing, construction, and on-time completion may seem out of your reach. General Steel Corporation has the answer. A pre-engineered steel building from the General will not only look great and satisfy almost any need, but you'll save time and money. Our team will help you create your building and deliver it to your location. We offer design services to help you present your concept to board members, bankers, or for fundraising. And the General can even help with financing. General Steel is a name you know, with quality backed by a 50-year structural warranty. Call today and find out how easy it is to have the building you want. You may even save up to $20,000 with rebates. If you need space, you need the General.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right, no employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no. This warrior will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Got a quarter?
Welcome back to the Code Green Show with your host, Dean Seidman. And I'm very excited to begin episode 1, and we're just going to talk about last week's game. The Eagles return after the Week 9 bye to square up against divisional rival Dallas Cowboys. In the previous week, they defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars in Week 8 in London, England, 9:30 a.m. It was super early. I enjoyed every minute of it. And we came out on top, 24-16. And we returned back to 500 with a 4-4 record. Carson Wentz threw for 286 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception, connected with Dallas Goedert, Wendell Smallwood, and Zach Ertz. The South Dakota State second-round pick, Dallas Goedert, lived up to the hype and gets to play the team that the Eagles leapfrogged, the Dallas Cowboys, this week. Dallas versus Dallas, pay attention to that. Should be very interesting. The duo of Ertz and Goedert have been dominant this season against defenses, and I don't expect any less this week. Not to mention Jordan Matthews reeled in 4 receptions for 93 yards, and Alshon Jeffrey had 4 receptions for 35 yards, making crucial catches, getting the Eagles up the field. On the ground, undrafted Notre Dame rookie Josh Adams led the backfield with 9 carries for 61 yards with an impressive 6.8 yards per carry versus a dominant Jaguars front 7. And I look for Josh Adams to be a big contributor moving forward, especially with Jay Ajayi out for the entire season. On the defensive side of the ball, Jordan Hicks led the pack with 9 tackles, 1.5 sacks. Chris Long notched 2 sacks on the day. And Avonte Maddox had a big forced fumble on wide receiver Keelan Cole and continues to impress in the absence of Rodney McLeod. Injuries have been an issue undoubtedly on both sides of the ball, and the Eagles have been able to step up to the plate. With Carson Wentz under center, picking it up every single week, picking up where he left off last year, he does not look rusty, and he's playing his best football of the year. Now we're going to go into Eagles news. The Eagles were not quiet during this bye week and made a splash before the trade deadline. After the Cowboys paid a steep price acquiring Amari Cooper in exchange with the Oakland Raiders for a 2019 first-round pick, the Eagles went out and traded for wide receiver Golden Tate, sending a third-round pick to the Detroit Lions. What are your thoughts on this move, Brent?
I think it is a great move. I've always been a fan of Golden Tate because he, in so many ways, reminds me of Darren Sproles. He's a little guy. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and he goes up with the big guys, and he gets it. And, I mean, the yards after catch.
His ability to stretch the field is amazing.
It's crazy. His yards after catch is crazy. It's just... it's been, I believe, if I'm right, it's been number one. He's been number 1 in the league since 2016 with his YAC. So I think this is a great move where we needed a few other areas, but I will definitely take this.
Yeah, I never see a point in adding more weapons to Carson Wentz's arsenal. The more the merrier in my eyes. And I believe the Eagles win this trade over the Cowboys. They paid less for a more proven receiver who will make an instant impact, and they did not jeopardize their future, throwing out a first-round pick, paying too high and banking on an inconsistent receiver. That was
one of the main things. And just to mention, whenever you have Carson Wentz behind center, you're always going to have a chance to win.
Absolutely.
And that's just how it is, you know.
Now, going into Dallas week, Timmy Jernigan returned to practice this week, but his return to the field is unknown, but he's making tremendous progress. Lane Johnson is expected to return this week. Doug Peterson reported that. And very new news, Darren Sproles re-aggravated his hamstring yesterday and will be out for an extended period of time. He was actually expected to return this week, so we wish Darren the best in his recovery, and hopefully we could see him towards playoff time. The Eagles currently stand at second place in the NFC East following the Redskins' brutal loss to the Atlanta Falcons 38-14. The Redskins do remain in first place, but the Eagles are closer and are now 1 game back. If the Redskins do lose this week and the Eagles beat the Dallas Cowboys, they will be tied for first place. The Eagles control their destiny in this division. The Eagles square off against the Redskins in Week 13 and 17 and look for these games to be crucial in determining the division title.
Definitely.
Going into the game of the week, the Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys at the Link, 8:20 p.m. on Sunday. I know I'm very excited. How about yourself?
Be there or be square. I'll tell you that right now. But I hope, especially with this bye week, 13 days, is it? 12, 13 days? Oh, God, I'm jonesing for football right now, man. This is the time of year. This is when it gets real. This is the second half of the season for us. And we have 8 games left, and 5 of our 8 are against our division. Yeah. So right there, I mean, and then you got the Texans, which are beatable. The Saints, which are, I believe, going to be taken apart by one single player, and we all know who that is, their latest acquisition. And the Rams, I mean, are beatable. They have a loss. They're not, they're not unstoppable, unbeatable. And I think we're going to come out with honestly, definitely think we're going to come out with a major fire lit, and we are going to put points up. I actually, in my Facebook group, I predicted a 40-point game for us, and I'm staying with that.
So as you know, the Dallas Cowboys went out and got Amari Cooper to help on the outside, but they still cannot find a way to win as they take the L on Monday Night Football to the Tennessee Titans 28-14. Dallas has been underwhelming on both sides of the ball, and the reputation of America's team is definitely up for discussion. With Dak Prescott under center, the Cowboys are not in a position to win, which is great for us Eagles fans, as you can agree.
Yep.
And he's been very overrated since his 2016 playoff stint in his rookie year and has been mediocre ever since. This season, his passer rating going into Week 10 is 88.9. He's thrown 10 touchdowns and 5 interceptions on the season, and his offense ranks 29th in the NFL. Keep in mind, when the Cowboys lost on Monday Night Football to the Titans, they lost to the 30th ranked offense. That just goes to show on the both sides of the ball, the Dallas Cowboys are shaky, very easy to exploit, and they're prone to exposure. My predictions going into this game, I have 5 bold predictions, and I'm going to go right down the line. The Eagles win the QB matchup between Wentz and Dak Prescott. The Eagles hold Zeke Elliott to under 100 yards. The Eagles force 2 turnovers. And the Eagles front 7 gets after Dak early and often and make his day a nightmare. And my score prediction for this game is 24-7 Eagles. What is your prediction on this game?
My prediction is 41-16 Eagles. I'm going with the 40 bomb, and I've been going with it, and I'm going to stay with it.
Very
because
good.
I have to.
I appreciate you tuning in to the very first episode of the brand new Eagles TV show, Code Green, with your host, Dean Seidman. From the Superfan's perspective, we're going to bring on a Superfan every week. Thank you for tuning in. Fly, Eagles, fly, and beat those Cowboys.
Go Eagles.